Hey there, this is Andrew, and I'm going to bring you a Winds of Exchange deck opening right now. So this one is actually, it was a prize for going 5-0 in Sealed Alliance in Seattle. So would be cool if it's an awesome one, but you never know what you're going to get it. It's like that one guy from the movie told us, you know? Well, if it won't open, we won't find out how good it is. But I think just have to go for the nuclear option here and unload it or open it this way. All right. Cool. Got the name before the houses. So this is what? No way. uh, Guiffart the Quixotic. I always think this should be pronounced Quixotic because Don Quixote, but here a lot of people say Quixotic. Oh, that's interesting. What an interesting name. I think you have to get Sanctum in there because of the Don Quixote reference. And I'm going to say Star Alliance and Unfathomable. Well, I see Brobnar. I was right about the Star Alliance. Ooh, and Mars. Ooh, and it looks like we've got a Berzerker. Very interesting. All right. Berzerker certainly in the top, I would say top 4 tokens. Maybe, I think so. And what it does is interplay ready and enraged, and it's 5 power, but after you fight, you destroy it. But if you get Revna Starsong on the board, who's the 7 power rare that causes Berzerker to become your token, she turns off that after fight ability. So that's pretty cool. All right, so let's see what we get. Oh, really quick. So I guess at this point, I've played enough to kind of say, here's what I think I'm going to get. Out of Brobnar, I would expect speed, some amber control, board presence, and hopefully making a lot of amber. Mars, hopefully a little bit of player control, some speed, yeah, speed. Speed makes sense. And then Star Alliance, some synergy with the other houses, speeding things up. I mean, you know, a Star Alliance that's nothing but archive and look at the top card of your deck would not be bad. All right. So there's Revna Starsong, 7 power giant, who says that each friendly Berzerker loses all after fight effects. That's really struggling to be in focus there. Ooh, Crim Torchtooth, another 7 power giant. This one with splash attack 4, and after it fights, you enrage each of its neighbors. We've got Flamethrower, an artifact, a weapon. When you action it, you deal 1 damage to a creature with 1 splash. Berzerker Slam is an action with an amber that deals 4 damage to a flank creature, and if it's destroyed, then its controller loses 1. Very nice board control presence here. Brick Nasty is going to generate amber anytime another friendly Brobnar creature fights. That's excellent. Krog the Clumsy, 7 power giant with splash 2. Got 2 of those. Wow, these are big, big creatures. 4 7 power creatures, a 5 power. This is crazy. Pelf, little old 3 power goblin with skirmish, and after fight, your opponent loses an amber. With the Brick Nasty, it's great because it's effectively steal 1. Got 2 of those. I would like to see some ready and fight, although the Berzerker is providing us with some ready and fight for sure. Pound, action with an amber, deal 2 damage to a creature with 1 splash, a little more spot removal. And then we have a Ragnarok prep. When you play it, you make a token creature. If you control more creatures than your opponent loses 2, which is some nice amber control. And then we also have Rant and Rive. Wow. So that says it's an action with an amber. It says if your opponent has 8 or more amber, they lose half their amber, rounding the loss down. So little recovery mechanism there. Nice. All right, that's an interesting Brobnar. Big board presence, a lot of creatures, and the crazy thing about a deck like this is it'll just keep putting creatures out. I do notice no token generation in Brobnar. So actually the coming out ready is not really going to do much for us. Oh, Ragnarok Prep makes 1. That might be a little bit of a letdown. All right, let's see what we get in the Mars now. So Mothership Support is an action with an amber. For each friendly ready Mars creature, you deal 2 damage to a creature. We got Nyan Outpost. Put a friendly creature on the bottom. If you do, make 2 tokens. Okay, nice way to spam some Berzerkers. It's an artifact and location. Brain Dart. Get an amber, enrage an enemy creature, and it captures 1 from its own side. Little bit of slow steal there. Got a Clone Home. Play make a token creature. If they are more friendly than enemy creatures, archive it. There probably will be most of the time. Genetic Blast. Action with an amber. Deal 2 damage to a creature and each other creature with the same name as that creature. Then we've got Ironic's Propaganda, an upgrade with an amber that gives a creature after fight or make a token. And that actually we could attach to a Brobnar creature to make tokens during Brobnar. Worth noting. Ironic's Revel, 2 power deploy. When you play it, you ready each of its Mars neighbors. Right now, we haven't seen any other Mars creatures, so we'll have to see how valuable that could be. Ironic's Vatminder, 3 power Martian Ironics with an armor. Play destroyed, make a token. That's fine. Ooh, Mars needs Amber. That's cool. Can prep for it a bit with cards like Genetic Blast and Pound and the Flamethrower. Scoop Up. Put a friendly non-Mars creature and enemy non-Mars creature into your archives. Gives you an Amber. Xanthix Harvester. Okay, that with the Rebel is really good because it's instant reap for 2. That's nice. We've got a Mesmerist. Also very nice, slow steal. All right, so that's an interesting Marsup. Actually, a lot of Amber Pips in there. 6 Amber Pips in the Mars, and some decent speed options. Only 2 Amber Pips. Oh, 3 Amber Pips in the Brobnar. But we've got the Break Nasty. There's some ways. All right, let's see what we get in the Star Alliance. We're going to start with Hings and should get Gross later on. But Hings is a 3 power human. In both Calm Officer Hings and Calm Officer Gross have text like play. You may search your deck for the other one, reveal it and put it into your hand, shuffle your deck. And they both have something like this. After fighting or reaping, you draw, basically you count each creature between Hings and Gross. And for Hings' ability, you draw a card for each creature between them. For Gross' ability, you just give all those creatures +1 power counters. Yeah, all right. I'll be interested to see if we have a way to ready Hings on the turn that she's played. Not that many ways to do that in WoW Star Alliance if you don't have Cadet. All right, Grunt Work. Action with an Amber. When you play it, you look at the top 3 cards of your deck, put them back in any order, make a token creature. So it's basically Lay of the Land, but instead of drawing, you make a token. Selective Preservation. Choose a creature of each power value, destroy each creature not chosen. We have a lot of 5s and 7s, and a lot of 3s. Seems a little iffy. Oh, this is nice. So SV3 Lander is an artifact and vehicle. When you play it, you make a token creature. Later on, you can Omni it to destroy it, and for the remainder of the turn, you can use friendly token creatures. That's great with the Berzerkers because that means you can use them on a Mars or Star Alliance turn, which could be quite good. Echo Reflector is an upgrade with an Amber that gives a creature your opponent's keys cost +3. We've got 2 of those. Friendly Guide, 3 power alien with elusive. After you use one of its neighbors, you can use Friendly Guide. Okay, got 2 of those. That's fine. We do have a future booster here, artifact with an amber and item. When you omni-it, you look at the top card of your deck and you can put it on the bottom. That's a very nice deck shaping feature. Photon Blast. Play, deal 2 to a creature with 1 splash. If this damage destroys 1 or more creatures, make a token. That's fine. Recorded History. Action with an amber. When you play it, you reveal up to 3 cards of different houses from your hand and archive each card revealed that way. Nice speeding up option there. And then we have gross at the end. So, okay, let's see how many pips we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 in Star Alliance. There were 3 in Barabnar. That's 8 plus 6 is 14. So 14 Amber Pips is not bad at all. Almost half the cards. And then SV3 Lander is a really interesting option with the Berzerkers. It's really going to help maintain board control, which gives us a better chance of firing the Hings, which we'd really like to do. However, it's just worth saying, with no taunt and no way to just ready the same turn that you play, our likelihood of getting the Hings to fire is a lot smaller, but it's not nothing. So I'll have to try it and see. This seems like it could be pretty good. The things it's missing are like strong player control, like you might get from fish, but we don't have fish, so that's why. And again, in the Brobnar, I might have liked a little bit of ready and fight for the creatures other than Berzerker to make sure that amber control stuff can fire. At the same time, these are a lot of big guys. They're going to hit the board, probably make amber, and do some work. So our likelihood of being able to fire, Hings and Gross is actually much better for that reason. So yeah, that was. It just occurred to me you could end up in an interesting situation where you play the Hings and you can't find the Gross because it's been tokenized, or the other way around. But that is an interesting situation. All right, so yeah, that was Guiffart the Quixotic. Hope you enjoyed it and that you'll get out there and forge some keys.